Voodoo. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about spells, dolls with the little pins in them, maybe some chicken bones or two thrown on a table. But what we had here in the Delta really wasn't voodoo. What we had in the Delta was hoodoo. It was called sometimes root work, a folk magic passed down through generations, born kind of out of this necessity to survive through slavery, through African traditions, and even through Christianity, because you'll hear some Christian language thrown in from time to time. That said, it's not really a religion, it's more of a tradition. Now, growing up in Drew, there was a man named Doc Johnson. Folks came from all over to see him. They said that he could do what doctors couldn't do. They said he had the gift. I can tell you that the field behind his house, and farmers always named their fields, was called the Voodoo Cut, because a lot of times white people didn't really understand what was going on out there. There's even a sign at the end of the road that said, "Thank God for the white folks," and nobody really knew what that meant, other than it was kind of a message that, hey, thanks for leaving me alone and letting me do what it is I do out here. I can tell you this, everybody remembered it. But Doc, he wasn't really a witch doctor. He was a root worker, a healer, a man with some kind of deep understanding of plants and people, and maybe a little something more, along with some castor oil. And in a world back then when medicine and doctors were really expensive and hard to come by, he had something that people needed. So when people ask me about voodoo in the Mississippi Delta, I say, well, really, we didn't have voodoo. What we had was hoodoo. And it wasn't evil, and it wasn't powerful. It was just tradition. And I think that's kind of cool, don't you? Love you guys, live life with passion.